Hi there, and welcome to SPIKED. I'm KAYDE.
And I'm Sky.
Welcome to SPIKED, our very own podcast. We're doing this because, well, why not? We're a couple of loud drunks from Stan Twitter. We have a lot of opinions, and apparently a lot of people think that's entertaining, so we thought we'd record that. We are based on Spotify, and we do like to give an independent artist a chance to have their music heard every week. This week it is going to be Sky.
Sleeping at Last.
Sleeping at Last, their song Venus. Sorry, I always forget that. Oh, by the way, we're both slightly inebriated on vodka.
Yeah, I know I am.
Just a little bit. So what we want this podcast to be, we want you guys to sit down, log on, feel like you're just having a drink with a friend and talking shit. We're never ever going to actually give you any real reporting or comprehensive timeline or anything else like that. This is literally just our opinions. And I mean, come on, we're drinking. Please don't take us seriously. If you use us as a basis for your argument, you're going to look really stupid.
No, you're gonna look dumb.
Very, very dumb. So, to begin with, we've asked our Twitter users to give us, Twitter audience to give us a few questions.
Yes.
One Twitter user in particular, Poke, gave us very, very, very lots of questions. Okay, that didn't come out. That was proper English.
We have a lot of questions. We got a lot of questions. We got about don't know.
Okay. We got like over 20 questions. Poke went mad.
It wouldn't show me, like, you know, on Twitter it'll tell you how many replies. It didn't show me, so I was like, I don't know.
Show you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But Sky's going to read off some questions from our audience, and we're going to let you guys get to know us a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm going to read one from PokeStar because we love her. I don't even know. Does she go by Pokestar or PokeStar? That's a good question.
I don't know. Honestly, I just call her Poke.
Me too.
Hey, Poke. Shout out to Poke.
Hopefully she is watching or listening. Obviously listening because this
whatever. Is audio. Today.
I'm just not there. Why? Okay, I'm gonna read the question. Why the fuck are there 3 ways to spell two that all have diff meanings? Like, who the fuck did that?
Honestly, that's a good question.
I think the English language sucks, like, honestly, but
the
actually
English
it's a lot easier.
The English language needs to take its meds. Because like, I don't understand.
It's confusing because, like, it's like how plain and plain are like 2 different words, but it's the same word.
Yeah, and I'm a native English speaker, and it still confuses me. Like,
me too.
I still have trouble with there, and there.
No, me too, because it's like, okay, why? Or like how it's like your and your are kind of like, you know, they're kind of like obvious, but why the hell? Like, what I hate about English so much is that there's just different words, but they're the same word.
Yeah, like read and red. They're spelled exactly.
Yeah, and read and lead. It's so weird. And again, and okay, what about again and again? Why are they the same word, but you can say it differently? Like, that's weird. Like, that's
know,
weird.
like castle, castle.
Yeah, like what the wait,
or
castle, not castle.
or like how I said it on Twitter the other day, castle.
Castle. It's castle.
Again, I'm Australian. We say no.
Here, I'm gonna read an actual question though.
Okay.
Okay, so Ren had.
Oh, hey Ren.
We love Ren.
We love Ren. We stand Ren.
Yeah. Assuming there is an afterlife and whatever you were buried with was the only thing you could have with you for eternity, what would you choose?
My phone.
Oh. The fact that I was thinking that too, though.
Nah, there's no other option. My fucking phone, man. I'm taking that shit with me.
Besides that, like, I think I would take a sketchbook so I could just like draw.
Honestly, I would take the entire Lady Gaga discography.
No, because I would just like take Hamilton stuff.
Yeah, of course you would.
Yeah.
Of course you fucking would.
Of course I would. That's a
Lin
good
Manuel,
question.
Lin.
No, it's oh my
Yep,
god, you said his name wrong. Oh my god,
I
it's
did.
Lin
Yeah, well,
Manuel.
Lin
Lin Manuel.
Manuel. Shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to you, motherfucker. Like he's listening to this podcast. Like that'd be
Oh
so
my god!
embarrassing.
If he didn't see your first tweets, he's not listening to this podcast.
Yeah, freaking loser. All right.
Can you imagine if he actually saw the mentions that I tagged him under in some of your first tweets?
No, if he saw my tweets, I think he would like actually block me, like in real life. Like I think he'd like get a restraining order.
Yeah, just about to say he'd get a cease and desist letter.
Honestly. Okay, actually I'm gonna read some questions from Riley.
Oh,
because
hi, Riley.
because Riley actually left good questions. No offense to Poke and Ren. Those are good questions. Those are good questions.
They
but if you
they
guys,
are good questions.
If you do want us to talk about things on this podcast, just like mention us on Twitter.
Yeah,
or
mention
what,
us on
or
Twitter.
on
We
our
share
Facebook,
it with each other.
Or find us wherever the hell we are and ask us a question. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
we will
exactly.
talk about anything. This podcast is not rated. This is like an adult kind of podcast, right?
Yeah. So by the way, if you're an underage person listening to this podcast, no the fuck you ain't.
Get your mommy and daddy to listen.
Yeah,
and I mean
your and daddy to listen and let them.
And I mean your mother and your father. Okay, how did you two meet? What made you? Shut up.
That took me a second.
Yeah, I know, right? It was funny. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Riley asks, how did you two meet? What made you guys want to start a podcast? What are you wanting to focus on with your podcast? Will you be talking about drama or will it be more lighthearted? Will you guys be drunk during the podcast? What do you, not the podcast, want to be remembered for? Okay, those are a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I'll answer the, are you guys going to be drunk during the podcast and say, yep. I'm literally looking at a bottle of butterscotch vodka right now. Like, yeah, Riley, we drinking.
Yeah, I was literally trying to swallow. Oh my god. Yes, we will be. So we met on Stan Twitter in 2020.
Yes, we did.
That is so emotional. Oh my god. We met on Stan Twitter. Oh my god. So we met on Stan Twitter through the Gabbie Hanna fandom, which, you know what? We're not going to discuss.
Let's not. That's like a whole other acorn. Let's not crack that shit. What made us start a podcast? Can I be honest? I forget, because I think we were just like, let's do a podcast, and then we just like made one. Yeah, I do remember because
you were there.
We were both drinking.
Yeah,
and
that's what it was.
Arguing with aunties, and you turned around in DMs and said, "Can you imagine if this sort of shit was on a podcast?" And I'm like, "Well."
Yes, and then KAYDE made like a little art, like a little graphic, and then I was like, "Wait, let's do this," and then I made a graphic.
Yes, and Skia's graphic is so much fucking better.
Thank
You've seen the original I made.
Thank you.
Look, I can edit wedding photos to save anyone's fucking life. I used to be a wedding photographer. When it comes to actually like creating something, bitch, move over.
Hey, art is hard. It can be hard, especially if you want it to be good.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Wait, I'm not saying yours. I did like yours, but I mean, I'm gonna brag. I kind of like mine.
Wait, I'm gonna brag for you. I kind of like yours.
Thank you so much. What are you wanting to focus on with the podcast? So basically, we're just kind of like talking about whatever the hell's happening in the world or on Twitter or
like it doesn't
our
have
lives.
It doesn't have to be YouTube drama. It doesn't have to be like a social issue. It can literally be something like personal. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, we were supposed to record almost a week ago, but then you found out about, I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to give him the fucking platform.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a platform. My ex, he was abusive, and I found out some crazy information about him, which I'm not going to say in this podcast because it's like crazy, which we'll do in a future podcast.
Yeah, we'll do it in a future
or episode. I mean,
we do not have the time at the moment. We just don't have the time.
no. And it's kind of trigger warning, and I kind of would want it to be like, you know, a longer podcast episode or like a dedicated podcast episode thingy.
And honestly, it's probably something that we shouldn't drink before we talk about because it is an incredible.
I mean, I got a drink, bro.
Well, obviously, but I'm gonna try and not be my sassy, argumentative self when we talk about that because it is. You're right. It is a very heavy subject. It requires a serious conversation, and right now, no. Just no.
No, yeah, right now, no. Because like we were gonna record on I think last Friday, Saturday. Because if you guys don't know, KAYDE and I are like a day apart. Because he's in Australia.
I live in Australia. Sky lives in Canada. Like it's really hard.
It's an 18-hour.
I want to apologize if the audio quality is a little down. We
Yeah.
are using our well we'd call it our backup recording software because our main recording software can't work at the moment because someone, KAYDE raising his hand, doesn't have access to his MacBook at the moment.
Yeah, that's okay. Hopefully the future episodes will be better. We're planning on doing videos too, but we'll have to wait on that for a while.
Yes, I think a video format would be a lot more like I don't want people to misconstrue this, but like a lot more intimate. You'll feel a little bit more included. Plus, our main software allows you guys to jump in on our recordings and actually comment live while we're recording. So you'll be part of each podcast episode. You'll be able to see our guests, like our guest faces. I really, really, really want to interview Kez. I really, really, really want to talk to Gabbie. Like, can you imagine if Gabbie came on our podcast?
But low key, I don't think she would.
Yeah, low key, no. I think the social media manager saw my tweets, followed me because I'm an actual fan, but then muted me straight away because
mute.
Yeah, follow mute.
That's so funny. But yeah, that's kind of like our podcast. It'll be like, episodes will range. We will probably talk a lot about like drama and like it'll be lighthearted in some parts and it's not going to be some episodes will be serious. It depends. Like obviously if we won't be doing trigger warnings in episodes because obviously like we can't do a trigger warning for everything, but obviously we'll do trigger warnings for like the obvious stuff. But we can't do trigger warnings for everything. So if you do have like anything like that, you got triggers, just listen carefully.
Yeah, listen carefully and just pay attention to our titles and our descriptions before you hit play because our titles and our descriptions will tell you what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
I know our preview episode, it actually did quite well. We got almost 500 views on
the shit! Episode. Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. We got almost 500 views on the preview episode where I talked about my mum's homophobia and the fact that she decided to say to multiple people that my boyfriend at the time, my husband now, Tommy, has HIV and AIDS. That's why he's so
awful. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Look, my mother is. We'll get into that in another episode. Never mind.
That's another topic too. We will definitely. Also, if people want to like DM us on Twitter, like
do it.
Do it and like share your stories. Like if you have any stories and you want to like tell us a crazy story, I don't care what your story is. Tell me a crazy like story of you at the zoo. I don't care. Tell me something, we will read it and talk about it.
Yes, we love drama. We love talking about it.
We love it.
Okay, yeah. Look, we are messy fucking bitches. And if you want to send a story to us, that's great. Hell, if you want to just DM us and go, hey, I need advice on this.
Yeah, and you want to, and like if you're gonna DM us like on our podcast Twitter, and you want to just like ask for advice and want to stay anonymous, tell us. Or if you want us to read off your username, or if you want us to talk about what you went through or something, like just let us know if you want us to talk about it. Like obviously we're not going to just like share your story.
Yeah, exactly. Like let us know. Be very clear about whether you want your identity hidden or not, and we'll very, very, very much respect that. And I know a lot of people listening right now, hearing my voice say that we respect privacy is a little different. Is a little a bit what's the word, Guy?
Ironic?
Hypocritical,
Okay,
considering
yeah.
I just doxed Shania.
Well, I mean, like, it's a little bit different. Like, if you're telling us, if you DM us and, like, you're just like, hey, like, I need some advice, or you want to talk about something crazy, it doesn't matter how crazy it is, let us know. And if you want us to talk about it and you want your identity hidden, we will hide it. Like, we're not going to be, we won't dox you.
About it, okay? Like, we will definitely keep you and your identity hidden if that's what you need. I will address the Shania thing probably next episode or the episode after that, because I feel it needs to, because anyone who saw it out of context is probably going to think that I'm a monster, and quite frankly, I don't give a fuck if they think that I'm a monster or not. But the people who I do actually care about their opinion of me should probably know what was going on, you know?
No, yeah. And then the next question we had was still, what do we want to be remembered for? Not the podcast, just ourselves.
Oh my God, not the
Obviously,
podcast.
I want to be remembered for my thirst tweeting. Come on. I want to go down in history as like that bitch who had 200 followers. Thirsty for married men.
Honestly,
no,
like, I'm going to get real for a second. Do you know what I want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for the amount of victims I helped once I graduated from law school.
Oh, that's sweet. I like that. If I'm being real, I want to be remembered for my art and how I've helped people through my art.
Dude, your art is so fucking good. Like, so good.
Thank you.
If you haven't seen Skier's art, please follow at Skier Draws on
You remembered my user.
Of course I fucking remember, bitch. I call that bitch every day. Listen, Sky is a really, really talented artist. Okay, like, go and follow her drawing stuff. I'm
Thank you
blurring
so much.
my words. I'm halfway through a bottle of vodka and I'm swinging my active watch around. I don't know why.
Yeah, I like to make art. I've been making I guess you would say vent art lately, and just trying to do stuff.
I like how relatable your art is at the moment. Like,
Thank you.
It's very angry. It's very it's very raw. It's very raw. I really, really like it.
Yeah, and I'm currently in the process of making like a vent art poetry book thingy.
Oh, bitch! Tell me when that's out. I'll buy it.
I don't know when it will be out, but I'm just like currently making a bunch of vent pieces and writing stuff, and I kind of want to work on it for like a year, and that's kind of my thing. Or like I kind of want to work. The idea of it is like showing that like healing isn't linear, and how like your healing process during trauma isn't just gonna be like, oh, all of a sudden you're really good and you've been healed. Like you can heal, and then you can kind of crash.
Important, because even when you are healing from something traumatic, especially the shit that you've been through, just because you have a good day doesn't mean that you're better.
Yeah, because I have a lot of people where they're like, oh, like I thought you were doing well, and I'm like,
bitch, just because I'm happy online doesn't mean that I'm actually okay. Like, a bitch like, is going through it. Okay?
Yeah, a bitch is going through. Like, for me, I like to be funny. I like to be
and a lot of people are like that. They deal with their trauma with humor.
And I like to just like, the thing is, I do like to be like, hey, I'm not doing well, but at the same time, like, that shit's hard. And so I am in the process of doing that. I don't know when that will be out or how I'll be doing that. Like, I mean, that's not really, I don't have like that in the process. Yeah, I'm just kind of making the art for it.
Yeah, it's just like an idea at the moment.
So yeah, if you want to check out my art.
But yeah, if you want to follow her art, go to Skier Draws on Instagram, because, oh my God.
Yes. Yeah, check that out. And if you want, and yeah. So we can read another question, or did you have anything? What?
Oh, we've got so many more questions in that thread.
Oh, we do. I just want to see if I can find one that's like okay, read another Riley one, because Riley left a lot. Okay, what's your biggest fear? What was your first pet peeve? What's the craziest thing you've ever done? Say the first story that popped into your head. What's your drink of choice? We didn't mention what we were drinking.
Okay, well, I'm drinking Tiva's vodka in butterscotch flavor. It's actually a wine product.
Oh
I did not,
yeah.
I did not understand. I did not understand. I did not know this. Breath, Kate. I did not know this
Did
until
not
I
know
actually
this.
read the thing. But I've been drinking this for years. Like the standard flavor, thinking
Hmm.
that it was just vodka. No, it's actual wine, which kind of fits my brand
Wait, so
incredibly.
it's not vodka, it's wine, or is it like a vodka wine?
Well, that's what I'm thinking because like Divas, like the normal flavor, it says Divas vodka, right? And
Yeah.
then on the back it says wine product of Australia, and I'm like, bitch, make up your fucking mind. Am I drinking wine? Am I drinking vodka? Like, am I being classy or am I being messy tonight? Like, help me out here.
That's so funny. I do like wine, not gonna lie. Wine creeps up on you. There was one time me and my friend, we were hanging out and we had like probably 3 or 4 bottles of wine together.
Oh, a
And
pothead.
we didn't know, like the thing is we didn't know, okay, when you're drunk too, you don't know you're drunk. Like you do, but you don't realize how drunk you are
You
until
mean
the
like as
next.
you're getting drunk? Like,
Yeah, like
like yeah, as it's creeping
yeah,
up, you're like, I feel good, and then like 10
wine
minutes
creeps
later,
up
like,
like
why
cuz
can't you walk?
yeah. I find wine is like classy drunk, right? Does that make sense? Like you don't even you're like, yeah, I'm like drunk.
Yeah,
But when you drink like
I might fall over, but you know, I'm not gonna turn around and start an argument. You
yeah,
know,
but if
like
you have whiskey, it kind of you're like, oh yeah, I'm drunk and you're sloppy, and then you're like, whatever. My
if I
friend and
have
I had
whiskey, I
wine and we were crazy. We were like, what the? We were so crazy.
turn into
No,
okay,
but
that again.
it was funny because it's this like my sister was there too, and then she was just like, you guys were like really drunk, and I was like, no, we weren't. What are you talking about?
I felt normal. Meanwhile,
It's actually so funny. So what is your biggest fear?
honestly, and
Yeah,
we're gonna get deep here.
go deep.
My biggest fear is that I turned out to be the exact same father as my father.
That is like that's sad because like that is a huge fear for a lot of people is turning out just like their family because
And it wasn't even a fear until I had kids. Like
mm,
it so much shit hits you when you're a father or a parent of any gender identity. You know, like it. Whoa,
hmm
a lot of shit gets shifted into perspective.
that makes sense.
Like it's it's not just, oh, this is a person that I care about. It's like this is another human being you are responsible for. Like
Yeah, because kids,
this
it's
is
like you what you do to them in the first like few years of their lives, like 10 years, 5 years, can
yeah,
shape who they'll be as a person.
exactly. Your actions directly affect who that person is going to be.
Because
And
almost everyone you know, when they're a piece of shit of a person, it's like you can go back and it's like it was their dad, it was their mom, or it
yeah,
was their
or
family life or
something in
whatever.
their childhood, like it's their formative years that you've really got to like knuckle down and be the best that you can be. And it's honestly one of the biggest fears that I turn out exactly like my father.
But I think that since you're aware of it, then you probably will make sure you're actively not.
Oh, I might say too, because people have been following me on Twitter for a little bit. I don't mean like exactly like my father,
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
yeah,
I'm legally not allowed to say that, but if you know what I mean, you know what I fucking mean. And no,
yeah.
that's never going to happen. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about being
Like
unintentionally
abusive.
neglectful,
Yeah,
unintentionally abusive, unintentionally like just not giving a fuck, you know, like something
not
that's
being a good
small to
person,
me, but
almost. Yeah.
exactly something that seems small to me that doesn't matter to me, but is huge to my kid or matters a lot to my kid. Like, I don't want to be that parent. That's my biggest fear at the moment.
That's like kind of why I don't want kids yet. Like, because I'm afraid that I'll like fuck them up. Or
Like
like,
mood,
I'm
mood and
very,
bitch.
no, because like honestly, like right now, like I realize how selfish. Okay, so right now, my mom has COVID, right?
Oh,
Um,
I hope she gets better.
Yeah, me too. She's like she's
listening,
fine. Like she's not
let's
dying.
get
She's
better.
fine. My mom was vaccinated, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
Yes,
Twice.
we stand
Um,
we stand up a
yeah.
bed.
If you get vaccinated, you're immediately like super sexy, by the way.
Oh yeah, like you're not
But
immediately protected, but I mean, like, you're doing better than the rest of us. All right.
yeah, and
I
so
can't wait.
basically,
Oh,
my are you good?
yeah. Sorry, vaccinations still aren't available to the like general population in Australia. You have to be like elderly or
Oh,
sick, or yeah, it's really fucking
okay.
annoying. I want to go get
Hey, if
jabbed.
you want to be vaccinated but you haven't been, you're still sexy. Um, but my mom, basically what I was trying to say is my mom is like I have to do everything because my mom can't do anything right now because we're trying to make sure everything's clean, sterile, everything, blah blah blah. And that
Yeah.
made me realize I don't want fucking kids. Because I'm just like, I have to do the cooking, the cleaning. No. I mean, mentally right now, I'm obviously not in a place to have kids because, like, mentally, but
like
yeah,
at the moment, that's understandable. But I will
I don't
say,
want kids until I'm married. That even happens.
I will say this: I reckon you would make an amazing mum.
See,
Hell yeah.
not to brag, I think I'd be a great mom, but I also think that I'd be a super like helicopter mom. Maybe
Oh,
not a helicopter mom, but more like I get anxious very easily
if you
and
think even for
worried.
a second that you're going to be a helicopter mum, trust me, you're going to be one. I thought for a second, like, oh no, I won't be that. I won't be that. Oh,
And then you
maybe.
were.
Oh, bitch. There's a reason why I'm dad and not daddy. It's because I'm the one with the
Shut
hands,
up.
with the stern fucking look, and like, no.
Can I say what my big fear is?
Yes, of course, go.
So my big fear is I'll never be happy.
Really? Like,
I'm
like in what sense? Like, do you mean like in relationship or like in general?
like in general, I'm afraid that I'll meet like the man of my dreams or the person of my dreams or I'll have the job I want and I'll like be in a beautiful home and I'll be in a place I love. I'll have like all the friends and materials of everything and I'll still be like, fuck, I hate myself. I hate everything. I'm very afraid of being miserable because it sucks.
Honestly, it's completely understandable. When you've
I'm
been
also
in,
afraid of being murdered, but that's another story.
yeah, well, aren't we all?
Actually,
pretty
I'm
sure.
afraid of meeting someone because, like, okay, so if you don't know, like, people listening, I was in an abusive relationship, so I'm also afraid of meeting someone and them being worse than my abuser, and them like having a child, and then like them like destroying my life. I'm afraid of being like marrying like a Ted Bundy.
Wait, look, legitimately, that's funny. Legitimately, though, it's a very real reaction when you've been in the situation that you've been in an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, um, do we say his name or do we just say the ex?
Just say X.
All right, your ex treated you like absolute shit, okay, and it did something to your brain. Like, this is what happens when you're in a relationship with someone that you truly care about, but they're a toxic, abusive piece of shit. Okay,
Yeah,
your brain tells you that what they're doing is because they love you. So
yeah,
when
that's what
you
happened to
actually
me.
experience, like, what's like, obviously I can't talk for Sky, but what I hear when Sky says that is you're afraid of falling for someone and all the good parts of them only to find out again that none of that was real.
Yeah, like that's that. My fear is like you fall for someone and then you find out like they were fake.
Exactly. It's absolutely fucking terrifying. And if you do it before you're ready, you'll probably end up in the exact position I was
Yeah,
with me.
that's
And
why I ain't
like
dating, bro. I am not
at the
dating
start.
anyone for a while. Why else
Yeah,
do you think that I like crush on celebrities I can't have? It's a coping mechanism. My mom, I was talking to her once and she's like, I think it's a coping mechanism because you're afraid of being hurt. And I was like, hey mom, let's not get deep on me.
Can we like not do that, please?
What's the craziest thing you've ever done? Wait. I missed a question. What was your first pet peeve? I don't even know my first pet peeve would have been.
My first pet peeve.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can remember it. I have one of the weirdest fucking memories. I can remember the pattern, the color of my pram when I was a baby. Okay, it was
It
blue.
traumatized you?
Oh no, it didn't traumatize me. I just remember it. It was blue, like a midnight blue with like this, the most ugly yellow you've ever fucking seen. Yellow stars and moons all over it. It was disgusting. Anyway,
And that was your pet peeve?
oh no, that's just like my very first memory. We were at a show.
Oh,
Or
okay.
like,
This
like
is your
a carnival.
memory.
We call them shows over here in Australia. Like when the carnival comes to town, like we call them the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was at a show, and fucking yeah, I just remember looking down, like over the side of my pram and being all like, oh look, stars and moons. That's my very first memory. But my first ever pet peeve was the fact that my mother was really, really, really big on image. It's probably where I get a lot of my vanity from. She used to dress me,
Yeah.
and at like maybe, I don't know, 6 years old, I remember like feeling like, bitch, you need to back the fuck off. You can't even dress yourself properly, you fucking cunt.
Sorry, I should
Like,
not be laughing. Dude, I think my first pet peeve was people being late. Like, I actually really hate when people don't respect my time. Like, it aggravates me. Like, to this day, like, I can accept if someone's, like, late for certain reasons. Or if they're early. No, like, actually, I hate when people are early and when they're late. Like, you need to be on time, and I mean on time. Unless you, like, text me.
I prefer late because I'm always late.
Okay, here's the thing. As I've gotten older, I've gotten better because, like, when you become an adult, you kind of realize, like, people have things. Like, one of my friends just had a fucking baby. So I'm, like, constantly, like, she'll, like, text me, like, sorry, I haven't caught up. And I'm like, you literally just had a baby.
Yeah, I remember seeing that post. Yes.
Shout out to Sasha and Delaney and
yeah,
Derek.
I
Don't know if
I
they'll
remember
listen.
that post because you and I are friends on Facebook as well, and you said that,
Yeah,
and
we are.
like straight away, and you're just like, literally, you have a newborn. It's fine.
I know. Yeah, because I had tweeted or posted on Facebook that I felt like people think not to be dramatic or anything. I don't remember what I said. I said something like I felt like alone or whatever. And my friend was like, she's like, I'm sorry, I haven't reached out in a while. I'm like, first of all, Sasha, my friend, just had a baby. Not only that, she had a baby prematurely.
Yeah, like that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah,
Like,
her baby was in the hospital for almost like a month straight. I think it was actually a month straight. Her baby just got home. Sasha better be listening to this. I'm gonna make sure she listens to this episode because I'm gonna be like, I mentioned you. Can I mention the time I got drunk with my mayor?
What was that?
Can I tell a story when I got drunk with my mayor?
My
mayor.
You
Do you know what a mayor is?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I was like, do you guys have that there in Australia?
I know how countries are sort of like backwards against each other, but I know what a mayor is.
Okay, so like, oh my god, this would have been like 2015. I was with my ex-boyfriend, not the abusive one. This guy was actually like nice. That's so sad to say. Can you imagine? Anyways, I was like, I didn't want to be there. I didn't know anyone there. And during this time, like, I was very alone. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to be here. So I started drinking because it was like there was alcohol. And I got so fucking hammered. I was like stealing. This was like one. I don't know if you've ever been to a party like this, like a professional drinking party. But like, you know, when you get like drink cards, have you ever been to one of those places?
No. See, Australia treats alcohol like anything else it does. Go until you can't go anymore.
So yeah, basically what we had this thing where it was like you only had like 3 drinking cards because they didn't want people to be fucked out of their faces, right? Okay. And I got drunk. This one girl came up to me and she's like, do you want to share a bottle of wine with me? And I was like, hell yeah. and then me and her just like shared a bottle of wine. My ex-boyfriend at the time ignored me the entire time. So I mean, whatever. I got drunk and I started stealing people's like drinking cards, like being like, "Do you want that? Can I have it?" And they're like, "Yeah, go for it." And I had like 10 of them. So I was like, yeah, I got so drunk. And the mayor of the city was there and I got drunk with him. And I mean, I wasn't drunk with him. Like, it wasn't like I was like hanging out with the guy, but I mean, it was pretty fun though.
I like that. I wasn't drinking with him, like I wasn't hanging out with the guy, but he was there.
He was there. We were having fun. And I remember being like, yo, like, this is so fun. But this was one of those things where, like, I texted my mom. I'm like, can you come pick me up? And then I got drunk and I was like, I'm fine. And then I remember a cop picked, like, he was at the party. And he drove me and my ex home. And I went to the cop and he's like, hi, what's your name? And I was like, I'm drunk.
Hi, I'm drunk.
And then he like looked at me and laughed. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cops are scary though. Dude.
Maybe in your country. In my country, they're piss weak. They're not even.
Can I just like say something right now? Is your audio like really weird right now? Like, do you hear background noise?
No, I don't hear anything.
Okay, because I hear so much background noise right now, and I don't know what it is.
Well, we are reaching around the time that we bring a break. If you'd like to take a break right now so we can suss out our audio and...
Wait, it stopped? Wait, no, it's back. No, okay. Yeah, we could do a break right now because it feels like my audio, like there's like so much background noise when I'm listening to you that I can almost not hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll what's it called? We'll stop the recording. We'll go for a break right now. Everyone listening, Sky, please say the band name again because I forget. I'm too drunk.
So the song you'll be listening to is Venus by Sleeping at Last. Please listen to them because they are an amazing artist.
There you go. And please remember that you can only listen on Spotify. Our copyright agreement is only with Spotify. With Spotify. If you're not listening on Spotify, you'll hear us within like a second. If you're on Spotify, listen to this song by this up-and-coming artist. We like them. You should like them.
They're amazing. And if you have an amazing smaller artist or an artist you like, please let us know.
Or if you are a smaller artist and you'd like your songs played in our breaks to just get yourself a bit more exposure, hit us up. We're more than happy
to play your music.
Yeah, as long as, you know, it's not something too...
We're going to listen to it first, is what we're saying.
We're going to listen to it first and make sure that it's, like, you know, appropriate.
Yes. All right. We'll be on a break.
Yeah, right after the break.
Hello, we're back.
Yes, hello.
Oh my god, okay.
That was the song Venus by Sleeping at Last, and
beautiful
we are
song.
back.
Beautiful. Love that band.
In terms of our audio, yes, the background noise was recorded, so I'm going to apologize for the audio quality on my end. Please bear with us. Again, this is just our first few episodes. Our audio quality will improve. And if it's too unbearable, we're sorry. We're very sorry.
If you didn't listen, like, okay, here's the thing. If you skipped ahead, it's probably because in the future I said, oh my god. Sorry. Oh
what? Why the hell did I just get a message from you that said traumatized?
I don't know why I said that. Oh my god. Okay, so for people listening,
Jesus Christ.
I just texted Kate traumatized. Don't know why I said that.
It just popped up and I'm like, what?
My stomach hurts from laughing. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was funny.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
If you were listening in the future, because like right now I don't hear any background sound.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it was
honestly,
KAYDE or if it was me, but if you
it
listen in the
was
future, it
it
might
was
have
me.
been because I said, listen. Okay.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
me. Something on my end. I think it might be the connection problem. I also am running
okay.
a beta version of Android, so it
All
doesn't
good. This is
exactly.
our first
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, exactly. We'll get
Um,
better. You'll be able to catch us in 4K soon. Don't worry.
I am
Um,
promising and trying to get a new um microphone.
microphone.
Okay. I'm like, what's that word called?
what's
But thank you
what's that
so much.
thing that
I
listens to me?
wanted, yeah, what's that thing that you record on? A microphone? I wanted to mention something. The band you just listened to.
Yes.
If you look up your Enneagram type, which is like kind of like a personality type, look up your Enneagram type, find out what it is, and then type in sleeping at last and find out the number, and then type that in. I am a type 6, so I listen to Sleeping at Last 6, which describes who I am. It's very interesting. The guy, I think his name is Ryan, very talented. I love him a lot. So don't forget to check them out. I really love him, and I just want to shout him out because I love him so much. So
All of Ryan's
we're
links will
gonna
be
read
in our
another
description
question
box
though.
anyway.
Huh? What'd you say?
Huh?
Okay, sorry. I am very now. I'm very.
You're very now. Okay, yep, that's a very descriptive word, Sky. You're very, very now.
I
Okay,
have
and
to tweet that.
yeah,
By
you
the way,
do.
also don't. I am very now. I'm gonna take her podcast. Please don't forget to follow us on Twitter if you want.
Yeah, on Instagram, on TikTok. By the time this episode's actually available, we'll have all of their profiles set up, our link trees set up. Will be
Yes.
the exact same username everywhere, spiked_key_pod. What are you laughing at?
Just the fact that I said traumatized you.
Yeah, it's still sitting in my notifications like traumatized by Sky. I'm like, okay, is that your new album?
That'll be my my book, traumatized. So
With a dollar sign.
that's so fucking funny. I'm fucking dead. Anyways, oh my god.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna
Questions.
read a
Some more
question by
questions.
Poke.
Hey, Poke.
So PokeStar, one of my favorite users, she said, if you could produce one color of shit that comes out of you, poop, pee, tears, barf, other stuff, like, but only one, and yes, it could be patterns, what would it be? Like, no one would question, it would be normal. I'd probably choose rainbow or glow in the dark, green or black. I had responded to this because I saw this like 2 weeks ago. I said glow in the dark come. And I was like, haha, like that's so funny, right? So then, because to this we want to talk about this. I had said, imagine if cum glowed in the dark and fucking Alyssa comes in here with their Alyssa, here's the thing. If you guys don't know anything about Alyssa, I want you to know something. Alyssa has the answer to everything.
Alyssa is a
Everything.
walking Wikipedia. Like seriously, if
Like
if
you
they don't know it, they will find it.
No, you could literally be like, "Oh my god, I wonder where the Holy Grails," and then Alyssa will have like 1,000 like articles on shit. Like
Yeah.
I will wake up and I'll have DMs from Alyssa that's just like, "Hey, here's some like cool fact about a pimple," and I'm like, I don't know why they're sending this to me. So Alyssa responded to me and said, "Skya, do I have some news for you?" And I said, "Shut the fuck up, Alyssa." And so Alyssa responded and said that's why police and other people can use a UV light to see it left behind. It absorbs UV light from the sun, so theoretically, if you were to put it in a jar, put the jar in sun, it should glow. So basically, yes, cum can glow.
Okay.
There's a lot to unpack there.
I'm just gonna point out that when I heard putting it in a jar, I instantly thought of a My Little Pony.
Why My Little Pony?
Oh, you haven't seen that.
Dude, I used to watch My Little Pony as a kid, and I don't watch it anymore because it was ruined.
Some absolute freak, and I mean absolute fucking freak, posted a photo. I don't know where they posted it, but I first saw it on Facebook. They put.
Wait, no, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're fucking. Shut up! I know what you're talking about. I know what you're. I know. Is it that like? Oh no, my God! I know what you're talking. No, why would you bring that up?
If people don't know what we're talking about, some
You're
absolute
talking about the My
freak.
Little Pony covered in cum, right? And it's like in a jar, and it's like.
It's turning brown.
My.
It's so
Little
disgusting.
Pony
It's so
is,
disgusting. Like, why would you
in a
post that
jar
on the
of-
internet? Are you looking it up?
Yeah, a guy on. Yeah, I'm looking up because. Oh my God, it's. I'm literally ill. I come before you today to reveal a horrible accident to the Pony Cum Jar project. The place where I was hiding my cum jar were actually on top of a kind of radiator that was connected to our furnace. Basically, the rainbow dash figure has been boiled in cum. It's brown now, and for comparison, I have also another glass of cum. I'm gonna send that to you.
Oh,
I'm
please
fucking
don't.
traumatized.
Please
I'm
don't.
traumatized.
Please don't.
And I did.
Oh, fuck.
Traumatized. Now you can use.
That's our
Oh.
album cover.
No.
Fuck.
Oh, that's her album cover.
Oh my God. Alyssa, look at what you've done.
Alyssa, this is your fault.
This is your fault. We love you though.
Dude, honestly. Okay, I think we should read one more question and then we'll kind of go into our second half of this podcast.
Yes.
Or we can
I
read
think
more
we should.
conversation. Where the okay. So if you guys again have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comments. Or well, I mean, like, you know.
DM us, just get them to us somehow. We don't mind if it's on our podcast account or on our personal accounts. Just throw us a question.
If your eyes could be like any contact look, but they normal, what would it be? This is from Poke, by the way. I'd probs do red or black and white to scare the normies. Haha. If my eyes could be literally any color, I don't know. I want to say purple, but then I would look like a stupid pick-me-ass bitch. Can you imagine if my eyes were purple? It'd be so weird.
Yes.
Black would be cool, but also really creepy.
Yeah. Can you hear the dogs barking in the background?
I can, but they weren't like annoying, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, no, my dogs weren't barking. My mother-in-law's dog was barking. Someone's walking past.
Oh my God, how dare her.
How dare her, you reckon?
I do hope that one day I will be able to visit KAYDE and we'll be able to do an episode when we're together. That'd be fun.
Oh my God,
Ow,
can you imagine? What did you do? What did you do?
I just hit my mouth with my cup.
That's okay. I think I chipped my tooth before when I put the bottle up to my mouth. Oh yeah, I actually did. Oh shit, I chipped my tooth before.
Oh no, I broke my whole fucking tooth like at the beginning of this year. I got drunk with my friend. Remember that story I said earlier in this episode where I said I got drunk on wine?
Yes.
The next day I woke up and I had a cracker. My entire tooth broke. Like half of it just fell out.
No.
Like the entire half of it. And I remember like being like, what the hell? I go and look in the mirror. It's like half gone. I'm like, fuck. And like, if you don't know anything about me, I want you to know this. I have the biggest fear of the dentist. I hate the dentist. And I was like, fuck! I don't the fucking dentist! Fuck! I have a special dentist, actually. Like, I have an actual special dentist I have to go to because of my fear. And that's anxiety.
Do a dab.
Yeah.
My answer to Poke's question.
Oh yeah, that.
On the outside, ring, I would like a blue-gray like ring, and then the inside to be like an ice white.
That'd
I
be
think
so
that would
cool.
be really sick.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind green eyes. My best friend has like green golden eyes. They're like so pretty.
That's me. That's what I have like normally. I have
Oh,
I have
okay. Guess you're just special, right?
By the way, it's called hazel.
No, no, no. My friend doesn't have a hazel, like more green.
Yeah, like my any optometrist I go to has told me that I have hazel eyes, but they're green with a gold ring around the.
See, hazel, yeah, because hazel's like that weird color where it's like you could be brown, you could be green, you could be blue. So we'll just say hazel.
I'm sorry, but do you know what just popped in my head?
What's happened? What?
Grace
What?
Kelly.
Oh my god. Oh, I used to love that song, dude. Grace
The way you were just listing off colors, okay, Grace Kelly. Work.
If you guys have never listened, please listen to Grace Kelly. Dude,
Oh my
Grace Kelly
God.
songs.
We're,
Okay.
we're really
Um
showing our age right now.
wait, that song is so amazing because it's like
I can be
oh, how does
blue,
it
I can be green,
yeah,
I can
I
be
can be brown, I can be blue, I can
violet
be fire in the sky, I can be purple, I can be purple. So, dude, listen to that song. I used to listen to that song all the time.
I'm gonna listen to that after we finish our recording today.
That should have been in our break, but oh well.
No.
I have the no, it won't be. Don't worry.
Oh, sorry, no, that was to the dog.
What?
That
Oh, I
that
thought you
no
were
was
mean.
to the dog.
I thought you were like scolding me. I was like,
No.
okay,
I was
dude.
scolding my dog.
No, sorry. I'm just so used to being scolded.
Oh. Sad face.
Oh, sorry. Okay, next question.
Yes, questions.
Pokestar says this, and then this is the last question for the day or the podcast, I guess. By the way, again, leave us questions, DM us, say anything because these questions kind of get us to topic.
Yeah, exactly.
They get us to topic.
Yeah, like we give us something to talk about.
Actually, I want to mention this. Like, literally before we filmed this podcast, we were preparing, and then we just started talking, and then Kade was like, should we
Hey,
start recording because this is a podcast?"
yeah, like we were actually talking about our subject matter, and it's like we should probably be recording this.
Yeah, that was funny, honestly.
I have an announcement for the viewers.
Say it.
KAYDE ran out of vodka. It's a sad day.
Kade ran out of what?
Vodka.
Oh, I thought you said poker, and I was like,
Poker.
I was about to be like, well, I have some stuff if you want it.
Well, yeah. Not only is it illegal in my country, but you live in Canada.
What do you mean illegal?
It's illegal to smoke pot in our country.
Wait, what's illegal though?
Pot.
Vodka?
No, pot. Like weed. Because you said pot poker, and I was just like, what the fuck is pot poker?
Yeah. Dude, I did drugs before. Do you want wait, can I tell you guys like you wanna know what's kinda sad though? It's actually sad.
Oh my god.
I did mushrooms.
What? Today?
I did no, not today. Dude, I would not be here. I did mushrooms. This is like 2019. No, okay.
Still.
If you are a Gabbie Hanna fan, the day Gabbie Hanna went and did that Patreon live thing where she sang Sleepyhead and Monster. This is like pre-Gabbie hate, okay? 2019, November 4th, I think.
So this was before Jen Dent reared her ugly head.
Yeah, before all that. I was okay, I want to this is for the Gabbie Hanna fans listening. I got high on shrooms, like very bad, like super high. I was so high. Now, if you're a Gabbie Hanna fan, or you were a Gabbie Hanna fan, or you know about her, you know that Gabbie never shows who she was dating. I remember I was so high and we saw Peyton. I was so high. I opened up my phone. I'm like, who the fuck is this bald head guy? And I'm like, whatever. I passed the fuck out, bro. I was so high. I did shrooms though because my my abusive ex, was like, you have to do them, you have to do them. And I'm like, okay, fine. I dead ass did them because my dad's dead, and I thought that I would see my dead dad.
Oh my god.
That's so funny to me. I was like, oh yeah. And in turn, I just saw like colors and shit, and I just had a time of my life. Yeah.
No visit from daddy, but look at this pretty
Yeah,
rainbow.
dad didn't visit me. What the fuck? Not advocating drugs,
Fake fan.
obviously, on this podcast. But I just wanted to mention, like, I did do them. It was fun, but it was scary. Don't do them.
Wink,
Sorry,
wink.
I'm imagining me and you. You know, like when you're a kid and you're like up late at night and you turn on like the late night TV. That's what our podcast is.
Wait, for real.
Like we're like, oh wait, don't do drugs, kids. Okay.
By the way, I did mushrooms.
By the way, yeah.
I love how you just gave a don't do drugs disclaimer right after a story about taking mushrooms.
I know, right? A little bit after. Hey, no one can get mad at us.
Before the story, Sky.
By the way, no, I remember doing them because oh my God, I remember like trying to tweet. I couldn't tweet. I remember I was like trying to tweet and I was like, I can't, dude, I was on my phone and all the letters of my phone were like in the air and I was trying to like push them back into my phone. And then I took a screenshot of my fucking phone to be like to my friend Sasha or Jen. I can't remember which one it was. And I was like, you guys, I can't get my letters to change. And my friend was like, you're super high right now. Your phone's fine. And then I remembered like after I was like sober. It's funny, dude. I remember like I was like, you know how if anyone has an iPhone, I'm sure it's like it's on Android, but you know how like it'll show your notifications on your app, like on your home screen?
No. Oh, you mean your
Does
lock
it for you?
screen?
Yeah, yeah, whatever. Um, hey, it's a home screen on iPhone.
It's called a lock
I
screen.
remember. So I had my mail. I remember I had my mail like app, and it was spinning. And then the like I was trying to text my friend, and the letters were like spinning around my room, and I was like, "Get back here!"
Get back here.
Have you ever seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
um.
This is relevant, by the way. This is relevant. Okay, if you have not seen Who Framed Mr. Roger Rabbit or whatever it's called, it's animation and cartoon. And I remember the two characters kissed, right? And I was like, oh my God, he's turning real. And I was so high. Oh my God, it was funny. Honestly, like, it was funny.
Moral of the story: the only thing that you take that grows in the ground is marijuana.
No, because honestly, like I had a fun time, but then my ex came, so he was abusive, right? So like I was like, not a trauma dump, but I was like, when does this end? Because like after like 4 hours, I was getting kind of tired. I was like, okay, I'm kind of done seeing this stuff. Like I'm kind of done of seeing warped shit and all this colors. And he's like, when does anything end? And I was like, holy fuck, he's right. And then I got fucked and I got screamed and I remember I tried to change, like we were watching movies on the computer. I couldn't figure out how to use a computer. I thought I was trapped in time and space and I was confused and I got scared and I started sobbing.
Jesus Christ. What was the original question we were asked, by the way?
I don't remember. I was gonna read a question from KEEMSTAR had asked, which animated characters do you guys find hot? Not animals, looks at sky. I honestly think that Nick Wilde, I'm sorry, Nick Wilde is hot. And I
Okay,
will
well,
die on this hill.
I will join you on this hill because last night I watched for the first time the entire first season of Q Force.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that, anyone listening, it's animation on Netflix. It's completely adult. Trust me,
Sure.
if you are under 18, do not watch it. Okay.
Oh my god.
Every single one of the main characters is, oh my god, camp as a row of fucking tents. All right, like so gay. It is. It gives you life. It gives you life. I love it. But I don't know where I was going with this because I was drunk.
I was just gonna say that Nick Wilde, the fox from Zootopia, he's hot.
That's it. The main character. The main character. I'll join you on this hill. The main character from Q Force. Yes.
I think he's hot.
The
I'm
fox.
tired of people acting like he's not hot. Other animated characters I think are hot. Oh my god.
Anything with short arms and a
Oh my god. Have you ever seen the Detective Mouse?
No.
If
No,
you
I
guys are
have
listening right
not.
now, look up the Great Detective Mouse.
I
The
will.
Basil is hot as hell. And I will scream.
Basil Brush.
Yeah, I think. Guys, he's hot. Honestly, low key.
We need to change the fucking subject.
Oh my god, I'm fucking dead. Wait, why did I choose the subject?
We're gonna get fucking sued by Disney.
No, okay, yeah. Anyways, let me read one more question, okay? Definitely one more question because, again, you guys, we love the questions. Wait. We have a lot to talk about.
We do. A lot happened this week on Twitter, but let's answer our last question and then we'll get to it.
Yeah, well, we're gonna read our last question, and then we have a few things we want to talk about. Mm, okay, our last question is, let me find a good one. Let's see. Okay, really from Melissa. What do you advocate for? Do you personally support, or is that not something you people have? Do you not have a cause? I don't know what I advocate for.
I can answer this.
Oh no.
I
Yes?
advocate. I don't advocate for. I advocate against racism, sexual assault,
Well, I'm glad
pedophilia.
you do.
You know, any form of domestic assault. Like,
Yeah.
I advocate against what needs to be stopped. I don't need to advocate for anything because, in my eyes, if it's good, there's already millions of people advocating for it. It's the shit that's got
No,
stigma
so true
attached to
though.
it.
So true, Bestie, because
Yeah,
there's a
you
lot
know,
of
like
things, honestly.
it's just
I advocate for you know, the same stuff.
like, you know, basically it can be summed up to be like I advocate for everyone getting a decent fucking go of it. You know, regardless of where you come from, who you love, what you look like all of it. Like everyone deserves.
I think everyone deserves respect.
I believe the true meaning of equality.
Two white people being like, "Yeah, guys, we're not racist, by the way."
Oh, actually, can I talk about that for a second? Because before we recorded this morning, I had a little interaction with. I don't know if I'm definitely going to call this bitch an auntie because she turned around. Oh,
Go
he,
ahead.
they. I literally don't know anything about this person. Okay. It's not specifically about racism, but like using someone else's actions to paint your character. Am I making sense there? Like,
did you support this person?
no, okay. Two individual cases I know of. Okay, people like to paint Kez. If you don't know who Kez is, that's Kez and Unicorns. She's a YouTuber. She's amazing. She does all of her research, and her dog Lolly is just the fucking cutest. Love her to death. Anyway,
me too.
People try to paint Kez with a brush dipped in my actions.
Yeah.
Like what
I know what you're talking
do on Twitter, they turn around and try and make it reflect on Kez's character. Someone did it to me this morning, and it already angered me when people tried to use my actions to vilify Kez. But when someone tried to use Alyssa's actions to vilify me, in a situation that you can go back because Alyssa is just like me, they do not delete anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can go back. I was not involved in any part of that conversation, and apparently because they didn't agree with Alyssa and because I'm friends with Alyssa, I must be a bad person. Like, can we stop that? Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit in with reality in any way, shape, or fucking form. And quite frankly, you look like a dumb fuck. I'm sorry to get like a little vulgar, but like you literally look like the dumbest cunt in the fucking world.
I do agree. I don't like when people like if you support someone or you're friends with someone, like they can do things that you don't agree with.
Exactly.
And I hate that you're automatically like if I'm friends with somebody and they do something that I don't agree with, I can still beef that friend and be like, I don't agree with what you're doing. And I hate that people like think because you're friends, like you agree with everything. There are things that my friends do in real life or online that I'm like, no, like I don't agree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
but that doesn't mean that you're all of a sudden like this is what I mean. Like they have this mentality that it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
And like and I'm sorry, but this is feeding into what we're about to talk about anyway and what this episode is titled anyway. But I cannot see it coming from anywhere else but Jen Dent and HelloLeesh. Because they pushed fucking those bitches took over hell. Like they've got stock options, like they got seats waiting for them. Listen, I don't like these women. Okay. And it's not because they're women. Okay, which is something that a lot of people have tried to claim against me on Twitter is that I'm only attacking women. No, bitch.
No.
I need people
I don't like for example, I'm a white woman, so the only minority I have is being a woman, and that's not even a minority at all. And I don't like when women, especially white women or women in general, try to use that as like oppression. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's virtue signaling too. I mean, all of this stuff with KEEMSTAR and HelloLeesh.
Fucking KEEMSTAR.
Oh, look, I don't know anything about KEEMSTAR, and from what I've seen from other people's posts, apparently he's quote unquote not a good guy. Like, and quite frankly,
what I know from KEEMSTAR is the only fact that like so there's like he's like in my opinion, I don't really like KEEMSTAR. I'm not gonna get into it because that's not the point. But he's done like some shitty things. But people were with like Gabbie Hanna, he supports Gabbie, and people are assuming that Gabbie hates women now because of that.
Oh, so basically it's the same thing that like they're painting Gabbie with the same brush as Keem because of something that Keem's done in his past. Yeah, like it doesn't. That's not how the real world works. And I'm sorry, but in terms of HelloLeesh and what happened just the other day, sweetie, you had that coming to you for a very, very, very fucking long time. You finally pushed the buttons of a creator much larger than you who wasn't going to sit down and shut the fuck up. Okay, and that's what like it's so obvious in the tweets and responses and everything else that happened that day that that's what she was expecting. She was expecting to be able to say her piece and no one but a few Gabbie fans or something like that piped up and shit like that. She was not expecting someone of Keem's numbers and Keem's following and Keem's stature to turn around and be like, listen, you stupid fucking bitch. And quite frankly, she needed it. She needs it because she based her entire platform off hate.
The thing about HelloLeesh, and I will say, because like I have personal beef with her. She
So do I.
personally, if people don't know this, like my real friends might not know. Like, I don't talk about this shit in real life, but like I don't go
Yeah.
by my real name. Like if you're wondering, Sky is not my real name. If you don't know that, if you know that, you know that, whatever. But they started calling me by my real name because I didn't want to be found by my ex, and
Yeah.
they were like threatening to message
Contact.
him.
Yeah. Contact him directly and say this is her Twitter account. Like.
And I was afraid because like Twitter, like I don't like to say the internet's my
Oh,
safe
and
space
by
because it's
the
like that's
way,
stupid.
I
But
will
like,
point out to anyone listening to that's not just a claim. That
yeah.
is literally like what's okay. I'm a little drunk to say that. What's the word? That has been quantified, collected, and fucking recorded. Jen Dent did that herself.
Oh yeah, there
Like
was a lot of times where I was like,
I
yeah.
remember that actual post, like not seeing a screenshot of it or anything else like that. I remember interacting with that fucking post and calling Jen out for doing that because it was just absolutely disgusting. Look, I get that having an entire fandom come at you is a whole thing to fucking deal with, but you're 40 plus years old.
Yeah.
You can hit the button. You did not have to engage in everything. You did not have to turn around and commit all of those atrocious fucking acts
Mm-hmm.
just to, like, what? Because the further you look into it, the further you just can't understand what the fucking goal is because none of it makes goddamn sense.
No, that's the thing too, because like I remember like, okay, so if anyone's listening to this and you don't know like my internet stuff, like I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Gabbie.
Same.
Gabbie
Gabbie,
Hanna,
weird.
obviously. And so obviously like her and Jen didn't have a whole thing, whatever. Like that's a whole nother topic.
Do they
But
though?
since
Because I've never actually like looked into it, but as far as I know, Jen just commented on something between
well,
Alicia and Alicia, fucking
well, the
Gabbie
thing
and
is,
Jess.
Jen and Gabbie do have a history, which is like
Oh, they do.
whatever.
Oh well,
But for
there you go.
like me and Jen Dent, like the only thing that ever happened between me and her is I made a joke that she had a crush on Gabbie. She called me homophobic, and I didn't know that she was gay or
Can we
bisexual. I still
can
don't
we
know.
can we explain that just for people who don't understand? Like
Yeah, so
the joke that you made was literally because she was talking so much about Gabby. It was a schoolyard dig saying, "Oh, what? Do you
so
have a crush on her?" We didn't
can I
fucking know you're.
mention like what happened that day? Because what I'm
Yeah.
basically here's the thing. A lot of people in the Gabbie Hanna fandom are younger than me, and they're like kids, and I'm an adult, like, and so I like to be funny, and I like a lot of these kids like Gabbie disappeared, and a lot of them thought she had like killed herself, like, and that's like serious, by the way, like whether you hate Gabbie or not, like that's serious, like you think your idol has killed themselves, that's horrific. And
It is.
I
It's
we knew
incredibly
I knew
fucking
Gabbie
hard
was
to deal
fine.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
knew Gabby
so
was fine because it was on her Patreon, but even so, it took me a few hours to like wrap my head
yeah
around
and
it. Like, that bitch has
so
left the internet.
yeah, and so Jen Dent basically was like, she wouldn't stop talking about Gabbie, and I like to be funny and I like to make jokes, and that's who I am on the internet. I'm sure you all know that, and if you follow me or you're my friend, whatever. And Jen Dent kept tweeting about Gabbie, so I said Jen Dent has a crush on Gabbie or something, and then Jen
Yeah,
Dent, I thought she was straight. I didn't know. That's like my own shit,
which
and
I will interject right here and say that at the time it was a very, very, very safe assumption to make because she didn't publicly say anything about being a lesbian or gay or bi or anything else that what she actually is. And she had publicly spoken about her pregnancies and her marriage.
well,
So
and
it was
also
very, very safe to assume that Jen Dent was straight back
Well, and
then.
also like my tweet being like Jen Dent has a crush on Gabbie wasn't really to be like
It
talking
was,
about her sexuality.
yeah, it
It was
wasn't
more
about
so the fact that like,
sexuality.
why are you talking like, because at this point Gabbie disappeared, and I went on Jen's Twitter and she had talked about Gabbie like for the past 3 days constantly.
It was
And so I was
non-stop.
jokingly like, oh my God, she's crushing Gabbie. Haha. I wake up one day, I'm like working, and I open up my phone, and it's like I'm being accused of being homophobic. And it was upsetting because I was like, am I being homophobic? Like, I want to know, like, if I'm being homophobic, definitely.
Yeah,
And
because we
so,
actually give a fuck about that sort of shit. We're not going
yeah,
to virtue signal and use it as a defense.
like if I'm being offensive, I need to know. I want to know if I'm doing something wrong to a minority group. I want to know. And so I
Yeah.
was like, is this homophobic? And a lot of people were like, no, especially people from the LGBTQ plus community were like, no, you're not homophobic. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But basically that's kind of like my start with Gen Dent. And then yeah. What were we talking about?
It honestly, it snowballs from
Well,
that point on, and it just
yeah.
keeps fucking going. And like my personal interactions, I'm gonna openly admit right fucking here, right fucking now, and
Yes.
Jen, Alicia, any one of you little fuckheads can turn around and clip this all you fucking want. I started on Jen and Alicia. I started on their fucking followers. And no, it is not because I am a Gabbie fan. It's because I don't like fucking bullies. And
Well,
that's
can
all.
I also mention too, like during this time, I was in an abusive relationship. So I'm gonna be real honest, like I was very angry.
Yeah,
Um,
which
I
is
was a
understandable.
very angry, I was very like I did not know how to handle myself. I did not like know how to deal with this trauma. And I had friends in real life, obviously, but a lot of my friends online, like I was able to talk to more about. And
Online
um
friends are a lot easier to open up to because you don't have that whole like, oh, you can see me, you know me.
yeah,
Whereas like the
and
degree of separation.
I joined Stan Twitter as under the name as Skya, and I
Yeah.
go by Sky now, whatever.
And my
I
dumb
don't
ass
go by my real name.
my real name.
Yeah, and the thing is, Jen Dent and HelloLeesh started actively saying my real name on Twitter, which is like
Yeah, like your
whatever.
actual, like your
But I
legal
was like,
name.
stop. Well, yeah, I was like, stop, please, because at the time I was living with my boyfriend.
Yeah, you were still living with him, and at that time you weren't even like properly broken up with him. Like you were like getting ready for it and all the rest of it. Like that.
And
If
he
no
hadn't
one's
left. He
sorry.
hadn't left yet, and so like
Yeah,
I was scared. Like he had a Twitter, and I was like, I don't know. Like I was afraid that he would somehow find it, and I had
exactly.
been
And
active.
it's a whole lot different
Yeah.
talking about it now when you have that like distance between you than him finding you talking about him or even mentioning something about the relationship while he was still living with you. That's incredibly fucking dangerous. And
Well,
if
I was. Yeah,
anything
I
had
was.
happened, Jen would have been directly responsible for whatever harm came your way.
Because like the thing is, my ex was crazy. We already know that. That's another video we were to mention.
That
But
one's
I
up on
was.
his YouTube channel, so you should like go take a look.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel featuring Skya, but I was afraid of my ex like finding like what I'd been saying about him and like hurting me. And I
Huh.
had said, "Can you not say my real name?" And they actively kept doing it. And
And
that is why I
screenshotting
have a
Facebook
lot of
account.
anger.
Oh yeah, look, I understand, and I do mean this. I understand that Alicia Page and Jen Dent are both human beings.
Yeah.
And normally, I won't advocate for hate or dogpiling or anything else like that. But I'm also a huge, huge hater of bullies, and I
Yeah.
have no problem being the bully who bullies the bully.
Hmm.
And I don't know how else to say it. It's not because I'm a Gabbie fan. You
Yeah.
could be doing this to literally fucking anybody, and I would come at you this hard for it. You don't
And the other
see it because every time I do it to someone else or like a different creator or anything else like that, they either don't respond or because it's not directed at you, you can't see it. Sweetie, it's not because you're a woman. It's not because you're anti-Gabbie. It's because you're a fucking bully. It's that plain and simple. You're a bully and you're a clout chaser and you're a fucking nobody. Get back in your box.
Well, I just
Okay?
get mad that people assume that because like I'm a fan of Gabbie Hanna that like I'm doing that stuff.
Yeah, like, and
And
sometimes so we'll ignore what Gabbie's like. No, we fucking don't, because I'm an adult. I know that
yeah,
Gabbie is a human being. I will call her out for her fucking mistakes.
no, there's a lot of things that Gabbie's done that I'm like, no, like I'm not okay with that.
Exactly, but the difference between that is that Gabbie will actually take it on board. She won't turn around like Alicia said and be like, a lot of people said something, so I took it on board, and I gave Gabbie every chance, benefit of the doubt, or whatever the fuck she said to me the other day on Twitter. And quite frankly, no the fuck you didn't, bitch. Just because you turn around and put the word respectfully in your fucking video title does not mean that it's other than a fucking hate campaign, you stupid cunt.
I need to mention also, okay.
I'm getting a little angry. I don't like Alicia.
The thing that makes me laugh about her, this is kind of the only thing I want to say about her because I don't really want to get into it, but she tried to say the Gabbie Hanna fandom is bad, but she used there's this person in the fandom. I'm not gonna say their name because they're a minor, I think, but they were literally telling themselves to die, like they were tweeting at themselves die, and she used that to be like, look how toxic they are. When
Yeah,
that
exactly.
person was making a joke
It will use anything. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking ridiculous. It will use anything that she
It's so
thinks she can
funny.
spin. But the difference is, look, I'm gonna be, I'm, I'm gonna be that bitch right now. Alicia, you're not that fucking smart. Okay, you didn't graduate from MIT. You attended MIT, dropped out of the fucking class, and got your marketing degree at a different fucking institute. Okay, you're not that fucking smart at all. All right, you're really fucking not. And it really shows every time you try and twist the narrative, because the only fuckheads who would believe that bullshit are the people with
The
the two.
Australian is mad, you guys. The
Oh,
Australian.
the Australian ain't coming to fucking make friends today. Okay, I really don't like this bitch. Okay, I really fucking don't. And she needs to understand
Well,
that.
I think what people need to understand, like the thing about these people is like they've been attacking us for a year and a bit.
Yeah, like a year and a half almost.
Dude, a year ago at this time, I was like ready to leave my abusive relationship and I tweeted about it and they turned my abuse into drama and funny. Like they were so I had a Twitter account, why do? But I got suspended. And
we have a Twitter
like,
account 4.0.
no, they like I went private for like a month.
I remember
And
that.
There was a fan, like someone had found my information and was tweeting it out and I was like, this is when I was actively like, I'm leaving my abusive boyfriend, but he didn't know yet, and I was so scared he was gonna find. Like I was sleeping in the bed with him, and I'm like tweeting, I'm leaving him, and I was so scared. He was gonna find out, and like the thing is, my ex is dumb as fuck, bro. He's so stupid. And so like I was like, he probably won't find out, but it's just like, if you've never been in a situation where you're afraid of your life, I got doxxed. And if you don't know what doxing is, it's when your information is posted without you posting it.
Yeah.
Like someone finds it and actively post it. And people were like, someone posted my mom's like work information, but they got the wrong person. Like they got her work address right, but they got the wrong person.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, they got her work address right, but they were like, they had her name right, but they had the wrong person. They were like, kindergarten teacher, and I'm like, that's not my mom.
That's not my mommy, man.
That's not my mom.
Mommy. Oh my god, they're so fucking stupid. Oh. Look, I don't believe that someone should dox anybody.
Yeah.
But, and if you're gonna clip this audio to like try and prove me wrong, you stupid fucks, make sure you clip the whole fucking thing.
Yep.
I don't believe in doxing someone, but if you're going to turn around and be a vile, disgusting piece of shit like Shania Velikik was, yeah, I'll say your fucking full name, bitch. I don't care. I will feed you the same energy you give out because you deserve it. I'm sorry. I'm not scared. I have doxed my damn self because so many people are like, oh, I found your Facebook, or I did this, or I found this. It's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Here's my home address. Here's my
No,
social security
people
number. Fucking do
like
something
that's
with
what
it if
was
you know what
happening
to
to
do.
me. People were doxing, like they found my Facebook, and I was like afraid that they were gonna dox people in my personal life because like here's the thing. If I say something on Twitter that's like not okay and people want to call me out, like I'm fine with that, but don't dox like my friends or my personal people because like
Yeah,
those people like I protect.
and it's honestly, it's so showing that they have no real argument. They have no real intention of having a genuine conversation when they turn around and be like, "Oh, we found your Facebook, but let's reveal your friends." What the
Hmm.
fuck do they have to do with anything, you psychotic
Well,
fuck?
because like I have my friends in real life. My friends in real life, like they don't have Twitter. Like my
Yeah,
friend
exactly.
Jennifer, she doesn't know shit. I don't know if she's gonna watch. She doesn't know shit on Twitter. So like when I try and explain this, like the thing is when you try and explain things, like if someone's not actively on social media or they're not actively in the like
Like
a
in the actual like the thick of it. Like you can be on
yeah.
Twitter and not be involved in it. It's very easy to do. I mean, shit, I did it for almost a full 8 months. I ignored Jen, I ignored Alicia, I ignored every fucking auntie until it just got to a point where I'm just like, nah, someone needs to call you a cunt. And I've gone through 4 fucking accounts doing so. I'm not ashamed of it.
Well, I got upset with Jen because I tried to message her a few months ago. I was like, "Hey, like I'm sorry for actively trying to like trigger you or upset you, right?" And
You're a bigger person
I
than me.
left.
Neither of those bitches are getting an apology from me.
Well, I left it at that. That was like kind of it. And then I didn't respond, and she started tweeting about how like I was a fraud and I was fake or whatever. And then I told her like I'm sorry, like I'm not messaging you, like I don't care. And she was like triggering me, like she reminded me of my ex-boyfriend, like. And I told her like she's like, oh, you're not working and you're not in school, and like okay, fuck you. Like I'm trying to get out of an abusive relationship. I'm dealing with my personal life, and she was just like really mean to me. And that's kind of like the thing about her is like I don't know why she's so mean to me. Okay, I know why. Like she doesn't like me. But like yeah.
I like
Like
that. Well, I know why.
I mean like I know why, like cuz like yeah, I mean whether you like Gabbie Hanna or not, like this is not about Gabbie Hanna. I
Yeah,
want
like
people to know
it's kind
that
of got
like
to the point where it's not about Gabbie anymore. It's about the principles of actions behind
well
these
that's the
fucking
thing
psychos.
because like that's the thing too because like I try and tell people like this isn't about Gabbie. Like people need to understand like it's not like I'm sitting in Gabbie's mentions like fucking like defending her at everything. Like I've defended Gabbie at things I think she needs to be defended at, and there's things that she's done that I don't think are okay or acceptable. But I'm
Yeah,
also an adult. Like I can choose when I want to do these things. I'm not like a like they like to act like all Gabbie fans are just like these mindless children, and it's like no, like I'm 24, I'm an adult, and yeah. And I don't know, I get really mad when people trying to be like, oh, you're just defending her because you're a fan. And I'm like, no. Yeah.
they don't. That just reminded me of the narrative that they're all just like Gabby sends her fans. Like we've proven time and time again on multiple fucking threads, multiple different people have given the exact same fucking screenshot of the exact same goddamn post on Patreon where she has told us specifically to leave them alone.
No,
Do
okay,
not
that's
engage.
the thing. And can I just say something like really triggered me?
Yeah.
So like when Gabby had gotten a welfare check
Oh,
like a
that
few weeks
that
ago,
set
like
me.
maybe was it a month ago?
Yeah,
I
it was
woke
3
up.
weeks ago, and that's what set me off and had me going at Alicia again.
I remember sobbing because I was literally so triggered because like as someone who deals with like depression and suicide thoughts and stuff, Gabby is like assuming it might have been someone that's a hater or like an auntie or whatever, right?
Hmm.
How fucking sad is it to think that someone who sets a welfare check on you is someone who's trying to actively fuck with you? Do people not think that's sad? Like, if your first thought of a welfare check is, oh, is this someone fucking with me? That's sad. And I
It
remember like crying because I'm like, dude, I'm in her place, and that's so sad that people just don't care. Like, I don't care. It's his opinion.
What's even sadder was how fast Alicia jumped on the fucking topic and be like, "I'm involved too."
And like I don't like that she like acts like she cares about her. You do not care
do
about
not
her.
care
Because if
about
you cared about her, you would actually like try and do something. If I was able to contact Gabbie and get into her like DMs and talk to her, I would like actually like.
Is that a postie? I think
okay.
someone's delivering something.
Oh, someone's messaging? Oh my god, do you get McDonald's?
Oh, I wish. I'm hungry as hell
Oh
right
my
now.
god.
I apologize
Hey,
to the
bestie.
people and my dog. Stop. Right
I
now.
really need.
Go lay in bed.
I really need to pee.
All right. Well, I actually think that we should probably wrap up today's episode.
Yeah. Honestly. Cut that out, please.
Oh no, bitch! I'm leaving that in.
No, honestly, not all episodes will get as heated as the ending of this did. We wanted to leave this for the half end because we didn't want it to be the beginning.
Yeah, like we knew that we were going to get heated talking about this, but also we didn't want to ignore it.
Yeah, like definitely we will be talking about some things that are light. I kind of want to leave my ex-boyfriend or like I do want to talk about what my ex-boyfriend did to me, but I want to save it for another episode, probably not for a while, for a specific episode.
Yeah, I think
I don't want it to be like
yeah, I think it would
Hey
be better.
guys. Yeah. Hey guys, if you want to leave us questions or you want to leave us advice or you want to ask for advice or you have a story to tell us, please message us on our social medias and we'll read them.
We're at spiked_t_pod on everything.
Yeah. And we'll read it. Let us know if you want anonymous. I mean, we'll probably respond to the message first to find out. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. My handles are YT Drunk Uncle. Literally everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, everywhere. It's YT Drunk Uncle. You Sky?
Find me on don't find my Twitter account. If you find my Twitter account, follow me on Instagram. I have featuring Skya, and Skya is SKIA.
Yes.
Or my.
We'll put all of these links in the description of this episode.
Yeah.
As well, so,
yeah. That's basically it.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. We're sorry that it's very this and there, but remember we are drinking while we record these episodes.
Yes.
Just want to remind everyone that these are just opinions. Neither of us are fully qualified in any field, really. And yeah, it's just us chilling, talking, drinking, being loud.
Yeah. Not all episodes again will be as like dramatic or angry. Some of them will just be fun.
Yeah.
we will probably won't talk about what we talked about at the end of this for a long time.
Yeah, really, because unless something else actually happens, like not directly with us. I mean, like unless something else happens publicly, we don't feel the need to give Jen Dent, Alicia Page, or any of their followers any room on our platform after today. So sorry.
Exactly.
But tune in next week. We'll be recording our second episode in a few days. Hopefully by the time by the time this is up, you guys will be able to see us on any platform. Remember, if you want to listen to the artists that we want to promote in our breaks, that you have to listen on Spotify. Otherwise, we'll also put their links in our description.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. We love you.
Yes, we love you so much. Thank you for sitting with us, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.
We'll see you. Yeah, next time. Bye. Peace.